Right, welcome back everyone to the latest update, in more than one sense unfortunately. I'm Evil Tim and this is Let's Play Perfect Dark. Let's play Perfect Dark. We'll get back into things immediately, we will. We'll get into Area 51 in order to escape from it. We've got to locate an alien tech medpack, rendezvous with the CI spy, locate the secret hangar, revive the main bodyguard, and then escape from Area 51, which is the title of the level, for the love of Lorks. It's just silly to go around putting the level title in the objective list. That sort of defies the point of it.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Escaping, I suppose.
This is supposed to be a sealed room.
Yeah.
Don't you know anything about autopsy procedures?
Well, she doesn't know anything about anything else, so...
I don't care much for procedures.
She is a rebel! An alien-stealing rebel.
We'll hear about this, young lady.
There's a missing line here, I'll tell you what it is later.
Take that. It's government property. This is intolerable. It's unprofessional.
I shall destroy my Amstrad with my monkey fists! He is so angry. Meanwhile, Joanna escapes really slowly.
Let's see how that overconfident thief deals with our gas defense system.
Aha.
You'll think twice before messing with me again.
What, you think he's going to break in just to fuck with you some more?
Can't be. Yes.
The alien, that doesn't spook her, but the gas, that's impossible.
No! That wasn't meant to happen.
You'd think they'd know how this system worked, but apparently not. Oh, good lord. Bet you had a laugh, didn't you? Played me fine with your tricks and your games. Bet you had such a laugh. Yes, there is a place in the world that line actually fits. And we found it. Meanwhile, Joanna...
You idiot. You'd better get out of here.
Joanna waits until her hosts have finished dying before she even starts, because she is very polite, you see. However, we have to restart the level, because otherwise we can't get the first secret weapon, because it starts the timer in the wrong place, which is brilliant. However, let's get into our awful level design. Thank you, Jonathan.
They flooded the area with nerve gas.
This is the cutscene for the blind.
Get a friend to the containment lab. There's a hiding place there.
Yeah, speaking of good level design, unavoidable damage. Marvellous.
Good luck.
I'd like to say that's the worst thing that happens in this level map, but we've got to do Mayan SOS yet, which actually starts you off with half-life and doesn't let you get any back. It's brilliant and horrible.
We need to meet up. They're getting suspicious of me.
That Jewish guy's hardly killed any of his
I
co-workers.
broke into one of the containment labs. Hurry.
Right.
Look up with Jonathan before he gets into any more trouble.
Yes, wacky old Jonathan endangering the mission, the zany tinker. Right, now the first secret weapon we can actually get is down there, but we're not going to get it in this game. We are instead going to switch into a different game. Here we go, at nitro speed, no less. This is because this weapon is completely bloody useless, and because you take 2 more unavoidable hits if you actually want to get it. Now you might have asked, Evil Tim, why didn't you just turn around and get these? Well, you can't get the second secret weapon if you do that, unfortunately, because that would involve good planning and sense. Meanwhile, we are now back in the other game, so let us see the friends, which Jonathan didn't tell us about, who will then stun us and ruin our visual acuity forever. My god, we're blind and dead. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I apologise for this in advance, but sadly we're just going to have to continue as we are. Blinded to the world of men, no less. And you'd think, when they keep talking about Institute support teams in the briefings, you would think that... you know, some of them would actually turn up and maybe do some of the things that they keep putting off, like helping the president. But I suspect distinctly that the Institute support teams are actually just good old Daniel, who sneaks in here and lurks around in a nasty suit so that no one will thrash him. That's about the only sane explanation I can come up with anyway, and that's not particularly sane either. These guys are quite annoying in this level, because they can actually take multiple hits to the torso and still keep firing at you. Meanwhile...
Smell. Oil. I smelt that in the other hangars.
Petrochemical-powered alien spaceships. That is not a door. That is not a door. But that is. Makes sense, I'm sure. Yes, that is the door which we will have Jonathan hack into later, and you will see his hacking manner. It is very bizarre. Meanwhile, we are now in a yet-to-be-used set from Doom 3. We'd better pick up some air tanks or something, otherwise we will Norfolkate out here, good lord. Meanwhile, this man will demonstrate the permeability of these walls. This was clearly the set where Doom 3 was faked. It's one of their nasty conspiracy-type things. I blame you for all of this. No, we're not dealing with your Geneva Convention shit. You're out of it. Right, so now we've got to get into the Perfect Agent Specific objective, in fact. Right, the Perfect Agent Specific objective is push this over here and then blow it up. Yeah, this level is very, very useless. Basically, it's just walking in a straight line and then walking back again. the Perfect Agent specific objective doesn't really involve doing anything you wouldn't do on Secret Agent, because if you do this in Secret Agent you get a shield, you see, but not here, because there are no shields in this mode. It's mean to us like that. And if you come here in Agent mode, I believe you get Jonathan, which is something of a downgrade, really. Meanwhile, let us go and get that Jonathan fellow, so that we can make our way back and get out of this bloody portion of the level, once and for all. Now, Jonathan is hiding in a corner, and I have made preparations and plans to get rid of him from that corner. We will see how they turn out in a moment, I'm sure. But firstly, we just have to dynamite this guy's underwear and then make our way along here. Marvellous stuff.
Joanna, over here.
I paid that Hound of Tinderloss to do one thing. One thing! God damn it, that's the last time I settled for the lesser of two evils. These are the jokes. Right, so now it's going into stupid mode, and people will start respawning everywhere. To our left, to our right, above, below, inside our trousers. We're right in Surface 2 mode here, and it's complete balderdash. So there's only one thing we can do about this. We're going to have to find the filthy Xeno scum and escape. I don't see why we're trying to find the filthy Xeno scum, but never mind. So, we've killed off all of those men who were lurking behind that door. I bet you wondered what the hell I was up to there, but I knew of their ways. I had planned for them, and they were defeated. So, Jonathan will usually find some way to get himself into trouble here, so we'll just run away from him, and then we will blow up this man who thought he was clever, but he wasn't. Right, stick some more ammunitions in there, and then you might notice I'm not actually using those remote mines we picked up. That was the second secret weapon, but, well, we've got a super dragon. What the hell's the point? I really don't understand it. It's bizarre and strange, and they're out of it too, you see. You could have put a remote mine there, but, you know, what's the point of setting it off? We've got this thing. It's marvellous. So we'll take our revenge upon this innocent barrel here, which has done nothing to us, but we hate it anyway. And then we will see where Jonathan has got to, and he's actually here for once. That doesn't happen usually. He'll normally be about halfway back through the level, shooting at people because he's thick, you see. So, we will now have to protect him as he hacks into the door panel over there by just sort of staring at it and waving his arms around like he's some kind of wizard, but he's not, because these men are coming to foil his wizardry. Now, Jonathan is all but invincible during this section, luckily. As long as we don't shoot him in the head, he's pretty much fine with all these guys lurking around blasting him with their super dragons in primary fire mode. So that is fortunate at least. So we'll just chuck ammunition out of this door. You can barricade this door if you want with the barrels, but it doesn't really make a whole hell of a lot of difference. They blow up after 2 hits. Right, so now we've got to go over here, and he has hacked into that door panel, which promptly explodes. Which I'm sure made sense to someone. You know, computer hacking really isn't all it's cut out to be in this world of Joanna's, is it? It's either blowing stuff up or it's opening doors mysteriously. Now we're in Secret Agent mode. This is the filthy alien, so we will set his alien medpack on him and leave him to simmer on a low heat while we go and sort something else out. Bloody creature. He's still invincible at this stage, so we don't really have to worry about him too much, which is fortunate, really, because I'm going to start hurling explosions around again. All of you die terribly. Right, that's that out of the way. He's still got his magnum. He doesn't use it very much because he's thick, but we will have to just get along with that kind of nonsense. You will see how this tends to pan out in Secret Agent mode with you throwing ammunition up there later. These two guys here decide to spawn in because they're bastards. They come out of that door over there. But now we've got rid of him. We get this quick sound effect from Jet Force Gemini, and then a cutscene starts. We're not going to watch it yet because we're going to watch it in Perfect Agent mode instead because we're great. So you're also not going to see the lead up to this thing. There are actually 3 ways out of this level, and I'm going to show you all of them. This one is the one which Jonathan survives, and therefore is obviously not the one we're going to bother with. What you do is you run up to him as he starts to run over here. And then Joanna, stupidly, decides she's going to siege the consoles instead of Jonathan. So, what we then have to do is run over to the 2 consoles here and actuate them with our powers. There we go, turn that one on, and then we will run over here, and we will turn this one on. This opens the hangar doors and allows the alien spaceship to bugger off. Look at it. It's just 2 hubcaps attached together. It's a terrible special effect. Right, anyway, we're now going to double speed again, because this really isn't particularly interesting. What we've got to do is, you'll see very quickly why I didn't bother to do this in Perfect Agent mode, because there's millions and millions of men here, and it's ridiculous. Get out of it. Right, so then we jump onto this jet bike, which is for once almost useful. Nah. Nah, it's not. It's just useless. So, right, make our way out of here, shoot him. Look, you can't even run people over. It's rubbish out of it. Right, then we get to go through this door, which was locked in the previous level, don't you know? And we go through here, and then we can go out of the foot entrance. Yes, this is the heavily guarded foot entrance, guarded by almost one man. Joanna watches as the saucer buggers off, and then we go back into perfect agent mode and do this the real way, the way that's going to stick, as it were.